Okay, we are live. Good day and welcome, everybody. Today is going to be super exciting and super interesting. I am here with Neil Bester, and we're going to be doing a live conversational hypnosis and NLP session. And this is still it's the first time that we're actually doing this, so it's very exciting. And how's it going to work is I'm going to ask Neil to come with something, an issue or a challenge or just anything in his life that he wants to transform and that he wants to change. You know, a lot of what I'm going to be doing, and I'm going to be actually doing these every week as a kind of example of how powerful hypnosis is if you use it in the right way. You know, a lot of people don't know what hypnosis is and how it works. You know, they're still under the idea that it's this old style where you're putting someone into this trance and then you putting information in their mind that they don't know what they're going to do. But it's really not about that. It's about retraining the mind to think in more resourceful ways and training the mind to feel differently. You know, it's all about association. We think by association, we feel by association. And if we change those associations, we change our responses to the world. So whatever happens in your life, you know, we can't change what's happened in our life, but we can change how we feel about what's happened in our life. So we're going to be working with feeling and emotion, and just pay close attention and you'll see the process we go through with Neil, and it'll all start to make sense. But mainly we're going to be working with the unconscious part of the mind, or the subconscious mind. That is where all your emotions come from. That is where all your decision making is actually made on an unconscious level. All your behaviors, all your thoughts, all your actions, everything that you do every day in terms of your habits are coming from your unconscious minds. And it's kind of like an autopilot response mechanism. So in order for us to change these automated responses, we have to connect into the unconscious mind and learn how to understand the language of the unconscious mind. So I'm going to be doing these in the next few weeks, where I just pick people and we just go grab a topic that's bothering them or something they want to transform, and we just transform it live. And I'm going to be illustrating a lot of the processes and how we can start to connect with our unconscious minds. Because believe it or not, in the 1960s, it was made illegal. It was made illegal, the language of the unconscious mind. So I want to bring these things into the light and share it with you. So thanks for being here, Neil. Really appreciate you being on the transformation sessions.
You're welcome.
Okay,
Yeah,
cool.
you're welcome. It's great. I'm really excited.
Awesome, man. So what would you like to process today? What's going on?
It's something that I struggled with and have been working on. So there is progress, but there's still a little bit. There's a barrier to break, and
Okay.
it's got to do with in an entrepreneurial world and just in the world, selling.
Maybe just give an
And
introduction of what you do and who you are, and it'll give some framework for everyone.
sure, yeah, sure. So I'm Neil Bester. I'm based in Cape Town, and lifestyle entrepreneur. So just out there to really, I'm playing the underdog. So I've had my struggles and everything, and life's bashed me down. But I've gotten up, and I'm working towards becoming the best version of myself. And there's no need that everybody else can't do the same thing. So that's what I'm really wanting to inspire and walk with people as a leader, and basically transform their lives and to become the best version of themselves. There's too many guys that are out there waddling around and they're wasting their lives. So making it happen. Yeah,
So you're focused in the online marketing space at the moment.
absolutely. Online
Okay.
marketing, affiliate marketing,
Okay.
entrepreneurship. Yeah.
Nice, man. Awesome. Cool. So let's dive in. So let's talk about that challenge that you want to process.
Yeah. So getting back to that is the whole thing of, selling and how it can be seen as scammy or what other people are thinking.
Yeah.
And it creates quite a big barrier. And that's what I'm really pursuing. There's various techniques and stuff, but it takes some time, and it pushes people away, and it makes people scared. And we should be confident. We're providing a solution to a problem. You should be confident about that. It's not about the sale. It's about how you're going to make that person's life better, or overcome whatever they stopped by. But there is still that bit of like, it's a transaction. How do I ask for money? And that's the thing. That's been a bit of a struggle actually in the past. And like I said, I've been chiseling away. But that's ultimately what I want him to work on.
So you're saying
this exercise.
You feel a little bit uncomfortable when you're asking for the sale?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And how do you know that you feel uncomfortable asking for the sale? How do you know that?
The feeling is something that's created, that not necessarily is actually true, but you get the goosebumps, and you get that butterfly in your stomach, and I think it's really got relating to how is this person going to react.
Okay.
So
okay.
It's that worrying about what other people think.
Okay. Yeah. And how in your perception, because the thing with all of this is it's all what we believe, right? There's no, because some people believe that people respond well to you, and some people believe differently. So in some way, you must have an unconscious process that doesn't believe the person will respond well to what it is that you're doing, right?
Mm-hmm.
So let me ask you, what would you like to have happen?
Absolutely, just have even if it's a no. I think ultimately it's about the experience, about how that person is left, how they're left feeling, as well as me.
Okay.
So when it does come to something like closing, it doesn't matter if it's a yes or a no.
Yes.
And that takes off the whole like rejection, like, oh no, they said no, and that's not a great feeling. Whereas, okay, well, it wasn't for them. Maybe they're ready in 2 weeks' time, or a month's time, or 6 months' time. I think that's how it should be dealt with.
Do you still feel like what you're doing is a scammy thing?
No.
So then what do you believe is creating that uncomfortable?
No, not at all.
What do you believe is creating that uncomfortable feeling?
I think it's actually past events that have happened.
Okay.
And past experiences.
Okay.
And that's the replaying,
Okay.
and that's all that the unconscious knows. Or there's been more of that experience than the good, the yes, and being proficient at closing and getting sales. Yeah.
Okay, so it's a past event, and you would like to feel comfortable asking people for the sale, asking because you're helping them. You logically know that you're helping them, you're offering a solution to them. So there's no logical reason for you to not feel comfortable about doing this, right?
Absolutely.
Okay, so then
yes.
This immediately tells us that something's happening in the unconscious, because the unconscious is bringing this emotional response to you based on how you currently believe it to be true. So in order for us to change that, we need to change the response. We need to change the emotion that you feel about what you're doing. So let me ask you, how do you feel about it?
About changing the response that I have.
No, about the actual
changing the
asking for the sale. How do you feel about asking for the sale?
It's a bit of a mix, actually, and I think it has changed, to be honest.
Okay.
If I have to look back, if we go to a before and an after scenario, so before it was just absolute like chaos. I was so panicky and so nervous.
Okay.
You know, and obviously that rubs off. And another transition of understanding the process a little bit and gaining a little bit more confidence.
Yes.
Now it's a mix. So it's that excitement of being able to produce and provide someone with a product or a service.
Yes.
Right. And that you believe in it. But there's still that nervousness of actually asking. I think a big thing is potentially the value.
Okay.
You know, it's like I'm selling you a Ferrari, but it's 3 million rand Ferrari. It's that, oh, you know, it's 3 million rand. And like, I know it's a good product, but it's 3 million rand type of thing. I think that's, if I have to pinpoint it, it's that.
Okay, perfect. So it's basically if
scared,
we take
scared, it's scared of asking.
Okay, scared of asking, nervousness of asking. So if we just break things down to the core elements, it's basically just an emotion that you're feeling, right? Just a feeling. Like you said, it's either nervousness. And what would happen if those feelings weren't there? If the nervousness wasn't there and the scared wasn't there, what do you think would be different?
The entire experience for everybody, because I wouldn't be nervous. I'd be excited all the way, confident all the way. And like I said, I think by eliminating the sale or the outcome and just doing the process, irrespective of where it's going to go, being authentic about it. And then, but I think the main thing is actually to be proud and say, hey, listen, you want a vehicle, here's the Ferrari, it's 3 million rand. Would you like it? It's waiting for you. That type of thing. It's more of a neutral feeling at the end of the day.
So then it's all about taking that nervous, scared energy and replacing it with a neutral energy. That there's no, it's like you're taking the charge or out of it, like the energetic charge. Because if you could think about emotion in terms of energy, nervousness is maybe a very high charge of energy. Scared is a very high charge. And neutral could be a lower charge of energy. So you're more neutralized within yourself. So let's dive into the actual feeling that you feel that's been uncomfortable, the nervousness and the scaredness, right? Okay, in this little experiment, would you be able to bring those feelings up? So pretend right now you're asking me for a sale. Let's
Good.
And tell me when you can bring up that nervousness or that scared feeling.
It's like a volume. Turning it.
So either imagine when you were asking someone for the sale, and just go back, bring that energy up as if it's happening right now.
Okay.
And let me know when you've got it.
Cool. it's weird because we're on camera with people watching.
Okay, just imagine
so
it's just me and you.
Just like, no, I haven't got this problem. No, I'm fine. I'm confident.
Oh, and by the way, thank you for being on here, man. Thank you for sharing your vulnerability.
You're welcome. You're welcome.
I know a lot of people will learn from it.
Are we getting there? Absolutely. I believe it.
So let me know if you get it. You got it?
Yeah.
Okay, for real. Okay, tell me, what is the percentage of it? Is it like being 100% very strong or lower, being a lower percentage of the feeling?
You know, at the moment, I would I'm saying a 70s because, you know, for the exercise, my brain knows that I'm actually not conducting it.
Okay.
So if I was prospecting and this was happening.
Come back.
Hello?
Yep, you're back.
Come back.
Okay, you're back. Yay. You're back. Yeah, Karen.
Cool. Where did it end off on
at prospecting?
On the stream?
If you were prospecting, if you were to be prospecting.
Yeah, then the level would be higher. So at the moment, like that nervousness is like a 70% now at the moment.
Okay.
Yeah.
So tell me, where do you feel that nervousness in your body? Where do you feel
tummy.
it?
My stomach.
In your tummy.
My stomach.
Okay. So
My brain, I get a bit of a brain rush, but the brain rush, and it's like when you have a crush on someone and you get like, sorry, just battery. You get that like flusteredness, and you get like red hot.
Yes.
That's the excitement phase of it. But the nervousness is the tummy. It's butterflies in the stomach.
Okay, it's
really.
butterfly. Okay, so just tune into that place where you feel that nervousness. Okay, just for a moment. Okay, and let me know, is there anything else about that feeling that you feel in your stomach? You can close your eyes if it helps. Just tune into that sensation of nervousness. Is there anything else about that feeling? What do you see when you feel that?
It's very funny. Like I almost feel like a little bit zoned out.
Okay.
And it kind of feels like empty.
Empty. Okay.
Like this feeling is taking control of everything. There's nothing else but just this nervousness.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So, and what kind of empty is that empty? Okay. Give us more descriptive information.
So the emptiness is, like I said, it's like a cup half full. Like it's that emotion of the nervousness. There's no more space for anything else. That's why it feels empty, because everything else is just blocked out. Yeah.
Okay. And in that empty space, or that cup half full, what would you like to have happen? What would you like to have happen with that space?
Yeah, let it be filled with other emotions, with happiness and excitement and confidence.
And if you were to fill it with happiness and excitement and confidence, what do you think would happen next? What would happen after that?
Well, the emotion of the nervousness, I think, will subside considerably. So the one takes over the other, basically replacing. And then that just opens up like the freedom, and then it's not an empty space.
Opens up. And when
I'm very expressive, I'm very deep, but maybe other people are also feeling it.
What I'm actually doing now is I'm chunking you down to more descriptive details, because all emotion at its prime level is actually descriptive. It's metaphoric by its nature. So if you feel nervous about something and you tune into that nervousness and start to describe the sensation, it will turn into a shape, a color, a symbol, which gives us more, it turns into something more tangible. And when we have something tangible, it's very easy to change.
Okay.
So what we're doing is we're evoking these feelings that are uncomfortable. We're developing them into more sensory rich details. And then we do the process of actually transforming them so that we get different emotional feelings from the same experience. Because we're rewiring our minds so that right now it might be like prospecting equals nervousness, or asking for the sale equals, so it's like asking for the sale equals nervousness. It's like a associative link. So we want to say asking for the sale means excitement. Asking for the sale means happy. Asking for the sale means good feelings. We want to almost change the association. Right? Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay, so let's do the experiment one more time. So see if you can bring some of that nervousness back about asking for the sale. So imagine you're selling that Ferrari now. You're selling that Ferrari.
Guys, I don't sell Ferraris, but yeah, just it was a cool example.
Okay, so you're speaking to someone, you want to sell them your high ticket sale, your $1,000 sale, and you're going ahead and you're asking for the sale. And you've just asked for the sale, you haven't received a response back from them yet, and you're like,
my word. I've got it.
Okay. Okay. So where about is that sensation located now? Is it the same place?
Yeah, I'd say it's still the same place. I kind of like maybe travels a little bit up into the chest area, but it's
Okay.
still abdominal.
Okay. And does it have a color? Is there a color to it?
Ooh. If anything, I would call it red.
Red. Okay.
If anything,
Okay. And is there anything else about that red feeling? Anything else about it?
it's like pulsating.
Okay.
It's like
Yeah.
a, it's like it's like that vibrant beam of light, but it's just red.
Okay. So it's a
I
vibrant.
wouldn't say, yeah, I wouldn't call it like an alarm, but it's definitely like a trigger. Yeah.
Okay. And that vibrant red beam of light, that's like an alarm or like a trigger. Is there anything else about that trigger and that alarm? Anything else about the trigger and the alarm? What do you see when you picture that?
It's like I don't know. It definitely catalyzes the feeling. It's like it's the light, but it also comes out with sound as well.
Okay.
So like the vibrational energy just gets bigger and bigger and bigger.
Okay.
It's one of those. It's like a fight or flight. Like the lion is away from you and he's looking at you, and you're like, oh no, and then it starts charging towards you. Your vibration, your freak out moment just gets bigger and bigger and bigger as this thing starts approaching you. So yeah.
Okay. And what would you like to have happen with that red light, that alarm? What would you like to have happen?
I want more calming. I want more focus. I want more like a turquoise or a blue type of feeling and color. Like the state just gets calmed down.
Okay.
More tranquil.
And when you have more of that calming and more tranquil, what happens next when you've got more of that?
Well, I'm a lot more in tune with myself
Okay.
and the way I come across on like a video and your speech. Like you're not stuttering. You clear. You know what to think. The response you giving, the other person's like a mirror of you. So you freak out, they freak out, type of thing. So by changing it and getting to that state, immediately there's that reaction from the other person. It's like when you laugh and no one laughs at you and you don't get a response.
Yeah. Yeah.
It kind of sucks. Whereas if it's cracking and that joke just went down so well and everybody's canning themselves, it just like it runs away, right? And it feels good. So
Okay. So now that you've got that blue light that you were talking about, okay, send that blue light to that red light where that alarm was, and just let me know what happens when you allow yourself to do that. What happens in that space?
it's like a wizard with his stick, and it just like boom, and you just see this blue rush of force like consuming the red all up. It's like a we're talking about COVID, so like a disease, and then
Okay.
your immune system comes and eats up that damaged cell. Or that, so it's that. This is the blue and this is the red. This is the disease. This is COVID. You're
Okay.
like, and like eat it up. Yeah.
So what's happened? What's happened to the? So what's happened to it now that it's eaten it up, as you say?
Emotions are like completely changed.
Okay.
I feel free and comfortable. Like
Okay.
I've got like, it's like a level playing field. Or there's not that thing that was hindering me doesn't have that power anymore. And I'm not making this up, guys. This is not. It's because you have to think about it. Like,
Yeah.
I think we're not taught to think about it and ask questions.
Exactly.
And now we've got this control of asking and actually thinking about these things.
Exactly.
Um,
Exactly.
and that has effect with our emotions. So guys, this is real time.
Real time. The thing is that all emotion is actually descriptive at its core. So for us to connect with emotion, we have to break it down into just descriptive details. What does it look like? Does it have a shape and a size? Does it have a color? And the more we can connect and form it into a metaphor, for instance, the more we have something tangible to change now. It's not so abstract. We've got different levels to the mind, and the unconscious mind actually processes through symbols and colors and shapes. And all emotion is created in the unconscious mind. So the only way we can change emotions is by tapping into the description of it. So what we did there is we found out the symbol for your nervousness. We found out the symbol for your scaredness. And we transformed it into something that you were more comfortable with, which was the blue. And typically, when you engage with it in that way, it starts to change. Like you said, you started feeling, you felt more leveled out. So tell us what's going on now. What are you feeling right now?
It's purity. It's clear. I don't have that anxiousness anymore.
Okay, so just imagine
So
now
it's very calming.
Nice, man. That's awesome. So imagine now going on, you're about to ask for the sale from a prospect. We're gonna test until we know that the change has become permanent. So just bring up that same situation. You're asking for someone, and as you imagine asking for the sale, just tell me what you see now that we've done this process.
It's it's excitement for the person. It's rather a picture of like success. You've gone through a process, and you know what they want and what they need, and you have it.
Yes.
And they've seen the light, and now it's ready to be like, are we ready to go? You're like, when do you want to get started?
So would you say?
Yeah.
Would you say there's been a shift or a change in how you relate to that?
Absolutely.
Okay, amazing.
Absolutely.
Amazing.
No, definitely.
So it's just showing how easy it is. Once we understand emotion and feeling, and we're able to connect with it through learning this language of the unconscious mind, we're interacting with the part of our brain that's creating these emotions. And so many people are suffering from all kinds of emotions on the planet that limit them, and it's really simple process to change it. Really simple process.
For sure.
It's just knowing the language. It's knowing how to speak to the part of our brain that's creating emotions. So let me ask you a question. Now that we've done this little process, how do you think things will be different as you move forward now?
Addictive and powerful.
Okay.
Because
awesome.
now you go into a state of, I think things become really effective when we prove ourselves wrong. We do something that we never thought and believed we could do, and then we do it, and you're like, it's like you just broken the ice. It's just like you've convinced yourself something that you were so stern and believed in, that it's absolute BS. And now it's and then you start practicing this, doing this every day, several times a day. That becomes addictive, and it's like you're rewriting. So you rewrote all those bad things over the years to create the massive emotion that you had, which was fear. Now you're doing the same thing over again, re-recording, but it's the action movie. It's a songwriter. It's the film that you want to happen. Sorry guys, So I've got 5% battery, so I need
Okay.
to
Okay. Let's sum this. We'll summarize
just
this now.
recharge. But
Okay.
that's basically, yeah.
Awesome, man. Well,
Yeah. Do you wanna? I can go charge quickly, and you can just talk a little bit.
no, it's fine. It's fine. I think we've come to the end of it already. I just wanted to illustrate that process with you, which worked so wonderfully. And I just wanted to share this with everyone, how quick
I'm
you
actually
can.
amazed. I'm amazed.
It's quick. You know, it took us like 20 minutes to go from nervous and afraid to feeling calm and clear and excited about something. And this is the power we have within changing our emotional states. And this is effective and works for everything. Doesn't matter what is going on. If there's an emotion attached to it, we can change it. We have the power to do that. So I just wanted to share this with everyone who's watching this and let them know that you have the power to change your emotions, no matter how bad they seem. And that if anyone is interested in doing these kind of live sessions, every week I'm going to be bringing people on and just riffing with it, letting them bring their challenges. And we're going to do live emotional change work where we transform a person's, the way they perceive the world and the way they feel about the world. So I just want to say thank you, Neil, for tuning in and for being vulnerable.
Thank you.
And for being
You're
part of
welcome.
this.
Anytime.
Really
Yeah,
appreciate
it was
it.
great.
And
Great fun.
yeah, we'll be bringing them. I want to do them every Friday. So if anyone's keen in joining, please send me a message. I would love to have you part of the transformation sessions. Cool, Neil. Thanks so much, man.
Awesome. Thank you. Go get your NLP, guys.
That's right. Cheers, man. Bye.
Cheers.